G, good to see you. What's happening, okay?
Good, mate. Good, mate.
It's good. Cool spot, man, isn't it?
Yeah.
Want a coffee then? Not one of your posh ones, just a humble coffee, you know?
Yeah, go for it, mate. Yeah, cheers. Actually, I should have asked for a decaf soy caramel macchiato.
We both know sport is brutal. Mate, Giro d'Italia, obviously tough race. Amazing as a friend to see you on your mission to get that pink jersey and have it for so long. More importantly, I guess, how are you, mate? Physically, emotionally, all right?
Well, physically, it takes a bit of time to get over 3 weeks of racing every day, like 200k every day. But then when you finish and you go back to the family, so we had 3 kids under 4, so physically I didn't really rest at all. It was tough mentally because, you know, I took the jersey, the pink jersey, the leader jersey of the Giro, day 10 out of 21. And basically had it all the way through till the penultimate day, lost it on the last big day. Had a rough start to the year, up and down, stop start. You know what it's like, preparation is never like 100% like how you want, but this was a lot worse than I've ever had before, really. To just be there fighting for the win was good, but to get so close, like I think it was the second closest in a Grand Tour, so it was close.
Have you made that up, or have you just...
No, that's
okay.
A fact, yeah, 14 seconds, I think. So Le Mans and Fignon about 8 seconds or something, and this was the closest since then. So it was really close to Slovenia as well, which was the guy who won was from Roglic, and just across that line, and I was like, you know, you're gutted anyway, and then you hear the Slovenian fans going wild, and you could hear them like celebrating, like. I was just sat next door, just like, I just want to be anywhere else but here, you know.
I've been that with in change rooms where you've just gone toe to toe, lost by a point, and then you hear a song singing from the changing room.
But that's why you love it as well, though, isn't it? It's just, that's why everyone enjoys sport. It's so unpredictable and so much can happen.
Giro d'Italia's finished. What is your, I guess, short-term mission now?
I struggled initially, first couple of weeks actually, to get back into it, but back into training now and got my mind set on the Worlds, which are in Glasgow. I'll definitely do one more year, Olympic year next year. Oh yeah. It'd be nice to try and go. It'd be my 5th Olympics, which is mad. How about yourself anyway?
So we're in camp now, big summer ahead, try and go as far as we can with Wales in the World Cup. And then literally straight back to the clubs for a small block and a Six Nations.
Straight back to the clubs? Or?
I'd hope we have at least a week or 2 off.
We got time for a few beers after the World Cup.
Oh yeah, block a few weeks out. Obviously watching you, supporting you over the Tour de France over the years, I guess the thing that is very different to rugby is that day-to-day slog of like a grand tour where you go in, huge days. Now, in rugby terms, there's nothing like that. So I can't, that's why I have the most respect for that bit. Would you say you'd rather keep doing that or have a go at rugby now and have a go at 80 minutes?
I'd have a go at rugby if I was against the cyclists, 100%. I'd smash them all. But if I was up against you boys, then of course I'd fall like a deck chair. No, I think, you know, it's so different, the physiology, because for me, it's all about power to weight. You're racing your bike for 6 hours. It's all endurance and, like you say, a long slog. Whereas rugby is kind of those like 10, 15-second bursts and like a short, sharp bum, which is polar opposites. But I think there's also a lot of similarities in, like, you know, cycling isn't seen as a team sport, but it is like there's no way I would have won the Tour or done the other things I've done without a team around me supporting me. So for people that don't know cycling, they might see it as very individual, but within that team, everyone's got their own roles, like a rugby team really, except when I win, I just stand on the podium, whereas you boys, you all get up and whatever, and you know, if you score a try, you might get headlines in Western Mail or something, but it's the whole team that do well with that, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I guess obviously you've been cycling for a fair few moons now, a fair few years you've covered. Looking back at the young, similar size as you are now, to a teenager, flying around Maindy, is there anything that you would tell yourself now, that you know now?
My dad always sort of said, you know, just go out there and enjoy it, like just go and do your best. You know, you've got young kids as well, like it's the same with them. I think I'd probably just say the same to them. It's weird how you turn into your dad, isn't it?
Would you tell Max anything different?
I get asked a lot, like, would I like him to be a cyclist? And I think I would, but I think just in sport in general, just to be, like, would you like Tommy and Jack to be rugby players?
I wouldn't stop them, but knowing what I do now physically and how much it hurts, maybe not. Now I'm a father, a caring father, but like rugby to me, like again, cycling obviously gives you so many good qualities, and I'd want my boys to have that. Teamwork, you know, squad goals and the missions that you set as a team to get that. I want that my boys to have it.
It would be better if they did tennis, right?
Yeah, tennis or golf. Yeah, yeah. The question I want to know is, what other squad member would you like to have a conversation with or a catch up and a coffee with?
Oh, I think obviously Warb is a great rugby player. I would have liked him to be sat there.
Anyone else?
Sinclair was a good
okay.
player, and Hoggy.
Obviously, your first choice would be me. Obviously, because that's why I'm here. Any non-rugby players to stop taking the mick out of me?
No, I think obviously Haaland.
What's your football? What team do you support?
Well, Arsenal.
Oh, okay, never mind.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a sore point, but yeah, he's phenomenal, isn't he? The year he's had and stuff. So yeah, to have him interviewing me would be pretty sweet.
I'd love to have a chat with Kelly Slater. I think what he's done and travel the world and what he's seen would be class.
Can you surf?
No, I've tried once, not very well. Maybe give me a lesson, I don't know.
I can barely do a paddleboard.
Looking back at your younger self, what used to drive you and what bit of advice would you tell the next youngster coming through now?
Yeah, I'd just remind myself, if I was to go back, just enjoy it, you know. There's no point in stressing over the little things. The thing is, I don't think too much anyway, you know.
I know that,
yeah. So yeah, I'd just say enjoy yourself, get out there, and what about you? What would you say to your younger self?
Don't do it. No, I wouldn't. No, for me, I think a big one is go out and enjoy it. Because without the enjoyment, you haven't got the drive to keep going and going and going and just get your basic skills nailed on.
You still haven't managed to do that, have you?
No, 14 years in, and I'm still working on it, but I'll get there.